Hey guys, this week on Kombativ, we're testing out some of the most popular knives from the Kombativ.com website. But before we begin, if you just like this video and subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. So I had Amanda go back into the warehouse and find some of the most popular knives from the Kombativ.com website, and she packaged them up for me so I don't know what they are. Now Amanda, why don't you bring me the very first knife?
Here you go.
Awesome. Okay, let's see what this is. It's always so fun opening these because I never know what they are, and she brings me some of the coolest stuff. All right, so the very first item is the modern tactical Switchblade. Awesome. I love Switchblades. Amanda, thank you for bringing this to me. Ooh, this is cool. This is like a little tiny Switchblade. I like this because it fits in my pocket really nicely. Very small. Oh, it's got that little pocket clip there too. That's cool. Okay, so the first thing I notice about this knife is it's got these really nice textured G10 scales on the handle. So that gives me really good grip. Like if you wanted to try to pull that away from me, that is not coming out of my hands. Now we can also see that it's got a really nice pocket clip here that is pretty heavy duty. You can take it off of the knife if you want to, but I actually like this pocket clip because it's got this little bump here right in the right spot so it fits my fingers really nicely if I'm trying to open it, and then also if I'm trying to hold it, it's very comfortable in my hand. So I'd probably just leave it on this knife in particular. But next we can take a look at, there's a button right here to open the knife. Try to open it. Oh, it's not opening because there is a safety lock on this knife. So you can see right here the safety lock. If I want to open the knife, I just flip that safety lock down and boom! Did you hear how smooth that was? That was so smooth, and that's because this actually has ball bearing pivots in it, so that is going to be able to open and close really smoothly for you. So I love that. Now if we look at the blade of the knife, we can see that it's got this really sharp tanto tip on there. Oh, look at that. And then we've got a combo edge blade. So we've got a straight edge right here, which is actually really sharp, and then we've got a serrated section right there if we want to do a little more heavy duty cutting. Now the blade itself is made from a 440 stainless steel with a stone wash finish to it. So that's going to be nice because that's going to be very corrosion resistant for you. We can also tell that it does have a lanyard hole right here, which is nice too because then we could add it to a key ring, we could make it into a neck knife. So all of those are really cool ideas. Now the total length of this when it's closed is approximately 5 inches. The open length, boom, is approximately 8 3/4 inches, and the blade length is approximately 3 3/4 inches, and it weighs approximately 3.9 ounces. So that is a really nice lightweight for this knife. So this is actually perfect for everyday carry. But that's about all I have to say about this, so I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and let's move on to our next knife. All right, Amanda, what do you have next for me?
Here you go.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, this is a good one. All right, so our next weapon is the Covert Assassin Stinger knives. Awesome, awesome. I actually saw these guys come in and I absolutely love them. So first off, we can see that they come with this really nice heavy duty nylon sheath, and it's got a belt loop on there, so we could hang it from the side of our body if we wanted to, but I want to see the blades themselves. So let's go ahead and open this up and check out the blades. So I love these things because it actually comes with 2 different blades here, and they both have a different blade shape to them. We can see that this one is actually a more modified tanto style blade, and this one is actually more of a clip point style blade. Now the manufacturer mentioned to me that he actually designed these to be throwing knives, so I think they're going to be great throwing knives, but personally I see these as more tactical knives. So I mean, look at this, think how cool this is. Like if we were to use these as tactical knives, I feel like I'm kind of a Bond villain here, or if we went from the side, I'm almost like a praying mantis. All right, so if we take a closer look at one of them, we can see that they're made from one solid piece of 440 stainless steel with a black finish. And then we can also see that they've added this venting to the handle of the blade. And what that does is it gives it a nice aesthetic look. But then also, if we're considering these to be throwing knives, you can tell that they added those holes on there just to make it balance properly on our fingers. But let's try a couple different grips with these. So first off, in forward grip, if I put my pinky into the ring on the pommel, I actually actually have really good control because I've got this jimping up here on the thumb rise that allows me to have excellent control with the blade of this knife. But then if we throw it into reverse grip, the ring on the pommel has these 2 flat spots on there. So in reverse grip, I've got really good control there, but if we throw it into extended grip, I've got this other flat spot here that gives me good control in extended grip. But I need to test them out a little bit. So let's go ahead and first start by testing out this Tonto style blade tipped one. I'm going to throw it in forward grip and try actually sticking it down here. Okay, it stuck nicely in the Wing Chun dummy. It felt comfortable in my hand. I think that's a pretty darn sweet knife. Now these things are very light though. They only weigh about 3.2 ounces each, but I want to go ahead and test out this clip point blade. So let's go ahead and throw that in reverse grip and just try stabbing with that. Oh yeah, that sticks in there really, really nicely. The blade tip looks great. I'm going to go ahead and try slicing with it a little bit and just see how well the blade holds up. Oh yeah, you can see it's just peeling that off, and that's because this blade is actually really, really sharp. Now the total length of both of these knives is approximately 9 inches, and the blade length for both the knives is approximately 4.5 inches each. But that's about all I have to say about these, so I'm going to go ahead and put these away, and let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Amanda, what do you have next for me?
There you go.
All right, awesome, thank you. Okay. And our last weapon of the day is the Nighthawk butterfly knife set. Thank you, Amanda. I love butterfly knives, and this is actually one of those really high quality ones, so I love that. We can first off see that it comes with a really nice gift box. So if you're wanting to give this as a gift, that's just gonna look priceless. So I love that. Let's take a look at the knife first. So we can see that the handle on this Bully Song is CNC milled directly from a 6061 aluminum alloy, which is great because that kind of metal is very lightweight and going to be very comfortable in my hands. Now we can also see on here that it does have beveled channels on there, which is nice because that gives me a really good grip, and aesthetically, that looks absolutely beautiful, right, Ian?
I love it.
I love this knife. So it feels comfortable in my hands. There's other things that I'm noticing too. So this also has right here, this is kind of interesting, it's got these little things here called Zen pins. So a lot of the butterfly knives that we show off have a little pin that is right here. Have you seen that before, Ian? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that is actually called a tang pin when it's there. But they've switched some of the higher end butterfly knives to have Zen pins because the Zen pins don't break off easily like tang pins do. So this is going to last a long time. So we can also see that this does have a trainer blade on there right there, which is great because when you're starting to use butterfly knives, the last thing you want to do is cut yourself. Because when I started using these when I was a kid, I used to cut myself all the time. And this thing actually comes with a really nice sharp blade. So look at that. Now these blades are both made from a D2 steel, which is, I mean, look at that. This is like the most gorgeous blade, right, Ian?
It's amazing, actually. I didn't realize it came with the second, like, you got a trainer and a real one.
It's awesome. I love that. And, oh yeah, and that's super sharp too. And that, I would not want to stab myself with that. So yeah, trainer first, then you can swap it up to this. But that's the beauty of this thing, is it comes with all these extra tools. Like we've got this like star screwdriver right here. So we can just change out any of these little pins, any of these little screws, any of these little bearings. All that stuff is replaceable. And see, look at that. It comes with all those little pieces. It's all replaceable. So this thing's going to last you forever, which is really, really nice. Now we can also see that it's got some venting in the handles down there, which is nice. They usually do that to balance the knife just properly. And it also looks really good for aesthetic purposes. Like, I love those little holes down there. All right, so let's just try flipping this thing a little bit, because the thing I like the most about it is just how smooth it is. And that is because this has a high quality bushing system that you don't see in a lot of butterfly knives. So when you're flipping that, I mean, it just feels so smooth in my hands. I absolutely love that. The open length of this is approximately 10 inches. The closed length is approximately 5 3/4 inches. I think that's about all I have to say about this. Is there anything else I need to mention, Ian or Amanda?
For all of these weapons, check your local law.
Yes, thank you, Amanda. For all of these weapons, make sure you guys check your local laws because bally songs and some of these other weapons may be illegal in your state, so just check your local laws to make sure you're not doing anything wrong. But that's all we have for this week, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out Kombativ.com because we've got all sorts of awesome weapons on there right now. But until next week, stay combative. But not too combative. You don't want to get yourself in trouble because...